Barack Obama, his start and huge win. First thing the conservatives said, well, see, blacks can win in America. You don't have to be like people like Sharp. First thing they say, because they want to use any effort to try and stop the movement. Barack Obama been here, said he supported our hate crime, but they're going to make him the anti-thief. Now, if he lost, they just said he shouldn't have went to Sylvia's and shot. People saw him shot them and white folk wouldn't vote. Now that he won, they erased all of that. They never stopped. Which is why we never stop. That's why we go to Long Island today. And let me tell you something else interesting about Long Island before I get to my New Year's lesson. Aside from the fact that it is an obvious and blatant injustice that none of the mob has been prosecuted. What is interesting here is that John White said when he was awakened by his son and faced with bodily harm and threats of worse, John White said that what he did was he went past the shotgun he had, got an old Beretta that his daddy gave him to try and scare him off. And as they lunged for the gun went off, and unfortunately one of the young men was killed. And said that we don't condone any kind of loss of life. But what is interesting to me is that the facts as it came out at trial, Attorney Harlan, was that he was defending his house with a weapon. That's not right? I think that's an undisputed fact. So the question is, why is National Action Network and why is Sharpton going to Long Island? Where's the NRA that advocates people having the right to bear arms and protect themselves? I mean, where's the National Rifle Association and Charlton Heston? Don't they preach that the reason we should be able to bear arms is we have the right to protect ourselves? Why didn't they call this rap? Let's come all the way down to little Curtis Sliwa and the Guardian Angels that say people got the right to fight back. Made a hero out of Bernard Getz. Why ain't Sliwa calling this rap? I'm for gun control. I don't advocate all of that. I'm there because of justice. But it is very strange to me that they want the right to bear arms and the right to protect against home invasion as long as it's not black folks protecting themselves against white folks. Talking about I agree with the NRA, they don't agree with you.
No, they don't.
If there ever was an example of protecting your home, this is it. This wasn't even somebody saying something on the subway and getting scared. None of that. This is the man in his house sleeping. They made overt threats, came up on his property, using cars to block any way for them to get out with theirs. You can't have a more clear and present danger than that. Yet the National Rifle Association, all the way down to the Guardian Angels, all the way to these right-wingers, have not opened their mouth and said one word to defend this man. That's why I keep telling you, whether you are black on 112th Street, Lenox Avenue, or on Bergen Street in Brooklyn, or Tremont in the Bronx, or sipping mint tulip in the Hamptons, until we settle racism racism, it is a different standard for you, and I don't care who don't like it. I will fight until there's one standard. We must not allow them to delude us. Every time we see a black make it, they tell the rest of us, see, that means that we ain't got no problem. No, we still got problems.
Well, oh yeah.
We get one black to make it because they face the problem.
Yeah.
Not because the problem's over.
That's right. All right now.
I remember when Bill Cosby show was on. See? Number one show on TV, black. Problems over.
No. Please.
In the middle of Bill Cosby's being number one, we still have to fight racial injustice. Obama go as far as he can, but if Obama becomes president, they ain't gonna stop the problem. At best, it will address the problem. I remember in 1989, go back in your archives. I'm telling Attorney Michael Hardy this the other day. We were marching in Bensonhurst. They killed 16-year-old Yusuf Hardy. We marched every Saturday. People throwing watermelons. People throwing things at us, calling us the N-word. One day I even got stabbed. Kept marching. Dave Dinkins wins the primary as there had become a huge Don't Koch movement. Headlines in one of the so-called liberal papers come out. Dinkins wins, Sharpton loses. I said, what does that mean? They ran against Koch, run against me. Any way they can, they want to divide. Well, now that we're going to have a black mayor, we don't need black activists. Same thing they're doing now with Obama on a national level. Because they'll use anything to stuff. First of all, that was to try to make black folks feel they had to choose between me and Dinkins. So we were smart enough to go around that. But right now, they like black folk in South Carolina that have to feel they got to choose between me and Obama. I ain't running against Obama. Obama running for his interests and ours, and I'm marching for the same thing. We've always had them blacks play different roles. In the 60s, Thurgood Marshall got put on the Supreme Court. They told Martin Luther King got a black civil rights go to the Supreme Court. You don't need to march no more. He headed straight to Selma. Straight Birmingham, kept on marching. You don't stop marching because one black get through. We ain't marching and standing up for tokenism. We marching for all of us to get through.